Hi, do you like art? Do you like to connect with any kind of spiritual type of thing, but you want to take it to the next stage, like interacting with gods, interacting with art in an energy way? I'd like to introduce you to our class that is so fun and so exciting, and it's called Energy Artistry Lab Class. And it acts like show and tell, but at the same time, an artistry kind of thing. For new people, hi, I'm Nicole. I'm an energy coach and also interactive artist. I look at energy as art and all the creations that we do as art. Some people have nicknamed me an art historian in energy and also a researcher in energy. In my sessions and all the things that I offer and that we do, we're constantly being interactive. It's to push people to think for themselves and do the same thing as what I'm doing, but in their own energy way. For people who are not ready for this, I have a Patreon that has, I'd say, an energy encyclopedia that's being slowly built. And there's quite a few things up there. There are classes as well that are up there. And so that is something that you can do at the same time. But if you're feeling like you're not sure, that's a good place to start. Also my TikTok page. So everything in this class and everything that we do in this community is so that you can learn more about your energy and at the same time learn about other energies that you'd like to incorporate in your energy and your life. So let's start with this class. This is one where people brought in gods. Someone brought in Eos, another person brought Horus, and another person brought Ra. So when the gods ones happen, all the classes are very different. They're different because the people that come in are different, but it's also different because it's a different technique. So I call this building bridges to gods, and building bridges is kind of everything, but building bridges to the gods. And so normally what people do traditionally is they have an altar and they put things on it and stuff like that, and they have a very physical practice. And this is all energetic, but it also is looking at things visually to anchor yourself into these energies. This one is a unique class compared to the other ones because I will prepare two pictures when I talk to the energies and what the connection is and why, all that kind of stuff, the stuff, that preparation. So the backstory. And I will bring two images chosen with the god as well as what's appropriate for them to take later on meditation and also for the class. All the other classes we'll talk about, usually people are bringing in a link to what they are. So when you build a connection with a god, not only do you need to have some kind of anchor point like an art piece or how you have a connection with them, you've also had to learn how you can connect and find out those information to you. That takes practice, but it depends on the person. Some people will need certain techniques to get to achieve that, even if they haven't done any kind of work. So that's where I come in and I can help out with. And so anyway, yeah, so people will, all they have to do is prepare why they want to, why they're interested, what they're excited about. So yeah, it's a combination of a lab, like when you do a lab and you try things out and you try different techniques, and everyone gets to, in the 30 minutes, talk about it. And in the other 10 minutes, everyone else in the class that has watched what's going on gives their messages and practices, what they got from it, or questions they might have about the god. So it's really exciting. Like it's just great. And in this class, in the god one, you should feel like at the end, how to get in contact with them, what you can bring to the table, what your connections are, and also a little bit more about the god, things that maybe people didn't even think of. This is, I guess, one of my favorite classes where we bring in artworks. And I show in different techniques. There is a set technique that we kind of try and follow, but messages come through, all kinds of cool things happen, and I feel like these are wild, and people prepare the image, so it's one image per person. And so in this class, for example, Chikom Ostok, this one was a lot of unexpected things. It was Esther's choice, and then Gustav Klimt's. This was also Janine's choice, and Luca Giordano. And in this class, people look at whether they need to learn something new about their energy through looking at this, or if they want to make a new connection. So this can be an amazing tool for energy work and learning more about your energy, because when you do this, obviously you have the painter, we discussed the painter or the artist that has made it as well, and the time period and things like that, but the actual energy that's being channeled and depicted in here has a lot to say. These get, like I said, extremely personal. The gods do as well, but these get extremely personal in your human life. And I'd say it's more about your human life and how you bring your energy forward and stuff like that. But yes, we've had a class where the person didn't pick one or the other. They picked like what their intention is. They picked like many intentions, and that's okay too. But yeah, so like usually we go off script, and that's expected and hoped for. Another option for the class is consumables, because people forget a lot about the magical things about food and the magical things about things we drink or just snack on, or you know, any kind of spices, that kind of thing. So for this class, Esther brought in water, Nikki brought in mushrooms, and Crystal brought in sumac, and Janine brought in kombucha. The most important thing to think about when it comes to consumables is that it is our way of connecting with Earth. And so when you think of how you can connect with Earth and you start doing this with certain things, not just as an object, like what can this object like water do for me? Instead, how can I connect better to nature and Earth? And even your ancestors or your body or things like that, which is nature and Earth, right? So yeah, that's the most important thing. And we are reminded of it each time someone has a, you know, their own thing that they go through. We're always completely in new different ways. Like water was about, you know, how clean our water is. Mushrooms are about connections in the brain and connections. Sumac was connecting with parts of ourselves that we would normally call past lives, which is actually parallel, that we have access to, like deeper knowledge of our energy. And kombucha, how we share with others and communicate with others and help others with energy work and things like that. So these are just some cute things that could come from the class. There's obviously very emotional things that happen as well, and it's part of a community. We all support you, and it's just absolutely amazing. But anyway, another thing is kind of an adventure. So if you need a certain vibration to do a connection with, like I said, an ancestor or a god, and they say these things, when you know this way of connecting with your food and consumables already, you're going to be able to put yourself in these vibrations and areas and scenarios to get things done or things that you want to do in a better way. There's more I want to share, but I don't want you to have to sit through all of it. So if you're interested, you can come and ask about it more in the comments, or you can come to our live that is 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time every single day, Monday through Friday. And these classes are held on Sunday, so if you're working, you still can make it. But yeah, also have a look on my website. There is a deal for if you sign up for Patreon, you get all the other things and it's a tiny bit cheaper. Or you can do a one-off. There is someone in the classes that does one-offs mostly, but everyone else kind of, you know, they have signed up because it's just a part of the community and one of the things that are on offer. So yeah, I hope this was so fun and interesting to you, and I can't wait for you to join our classes.